But of course, our top focus is the deportation process of the Luthra brothers. According to government sources, the Luthra brothers will be kept in the Bangkok Immigration Center after they arrive from Phuket. The process for the documentation will begin immediately to bring them back to India. What's of note here is that no government or judiciary functions in Thailand during the weekend. The process might take 3 days. The Indian Embassy is coordinating with the help of the CBI and Goa Police. Aditya Rajkol joining me live on the Inside Track. Aditya, it seems it could be 72 hours before we see the Luthra brothers back on Indian soil, mainly for two reasons: the documentation and because on weekend you don't have Thai authorities working.
Well, that's right. There's a very smooth coordination that's taking place, Vedika, right now between the Indian Embassy in Bangkok and the Thai authorities. In fact, the Thai authorities have been very, very cooperative, helping at each step. We haven't seen this kind of a cooperation that is happening. It's important to mention also that in the last 6 months, there have been close to 7 to 10 deportations that have taken place. There are Khalistanis, there are gangsters. There was a criminal in Haryana who was on a life sentence on the run. He has been, deported. There are several others who have been deported similarly. There was a person from the Hizbut Tahrir recently, Mohsin Khan, who was also deported. So the Indian Embassy is used to such incidents in Thailand because Thailand is seen as one safe location where Indians can arrive on, without visa, and there is a visa on arrival facility. So what we are learning right now is that both Luthra brothers, Saurabh and Gaurav, are on their way along with the Thai immigration authorities from Phuket to, in fact, Bangkok. They will be produced before the immigration authority in Bangkok itself, and there they will be questioned initially on their purpose of visit, why they were here, and what exactly led to their detention, etc. Those important details will be quizzed. At the same time, there will be officials of the Indian Embassy that will be present there to give their side of the story. At the same time, also give logistical details. So the immigration authority will seek logistical details, tickets, etc., and visa or immigration, emergency certificate that will be granted to them. These are some technical details that the Indian Embassy is clearly working out. As I said, they are professionals at it. They have been dealing this for years. If there are 8 to 10 deportations that have happened in the last 6 months, then obviously they know what has to happen. So as of now, we do know that there is no other legal or court process that will happen because that could take months and years really in this particular case. Since it's a simple case of deportation, what we'll witness is that unfortunately it's a weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, nothing really works in Thailand, be it the government functioning or the judiciary or the immigration authority. So probably either later today, if it is feasible, or on Monday, they will be produced before the immigration authority. The legal formalities will be completed, and then from the Ministry of External Affairs, from the Indian Embassy, the two brothers will be handed over to the MHA, a team of the Ministry of Home Affairs, and they will escort him back to Goa. So when they actually arrive in Goa or in Delhi, wherever it's feasible, on ground, the Goa police will take their custody. So that's what we are learning. It's a smooth process, very amicably being coordinated between the Thai authorities and the Indian Embassy. And of course, the CBI through the Blue Corner Notice and the Goa Police through their FIR are helping out the Indian Embassy with the entire process.
Any word on whether the Luthra brothers are cooperating? I mean, in this case, really, they don't have much choice, but anything on their behavior, whether they've given in at this point in terms of the Thai authorities detaining them and the deportation process, Aditya?
Well, very briefly, they obviously haven't been questioned on the fire incident that has happened, but they're very adamant that they had no role to play in whatever fire really happened. It was the manager, it was, people out there, and they had all the norms that in place. That's probably a briefing that they've got from the lawyer, and they are, legally trying to be safe, politically correct in this entire matter. But it's also true that immediately after the fire incident, Vedika, both these brothers, instead of helping the victims, instead of rushing to Goa from Delhi, instead of joining the investigations, decided cover-up operation, decided to in fact conspire to run away from the country. And that clearly indicates guilt. That clearly indicates they had something to hide. They feared they could be arrested for this negligence. And that's what has happened in this particular case. They ran to Thailand, but the Indian judiciary, the Indian investigative agencies and the Indian government caught up. There is a very good, smooth coordination that's happening between India and the Thai government. Right. And that's what will happen. The deportation will will happen, even though they may be adamant that they had no role to play. It is the Goa police and the judiciary which will decide if they have some kind of a crime potentially in this particular case, because they were the owners of that particular property, and there are serious, grievous negligence that is coming out of it.
Aditya Rajkol, thanks for joining me on that breaking that we started breaking ground at 1 p.m. with. Quick recap for our viewers. In the latest, what we're telling you is that the deportation process has begun. The documentation process is also going to begin shortly. It might take 3 to 4 days for the Luthra brothers to come back to India, and that's mainly because of the paperwork as well as the fact that Thai authorities do not work over weekends. Here's a ground report from our correspondent Tejshri in Thailand.
Well, the Luthra brothers have been taken from Phuket to Bangkok, and now they're in the detention center. Remains to be seen that when they will be flying back to India, because as of now there has been no information from the Goa police. Goa police is on standby at any point of time. When asked by the senior officials, they will be moving to Bangkok and the entire deportation process will take place. But as of now, the deportation process is on a right track as the Luthra brothers are there in Bangkok in the detention center. But as far as the further process is concerned, what we're also getting to know is that the passport definitely is revoked, passport is suspended, but also remains to be seen that visa is also to be cancelled, then emergency ticket is also to be issued, and then further after completing all the procedures, the immigration police, the Royal Thai police and the Thai officials will be handing over the Luthra brothers to the Goa police, or in fact it is also possible that if not Goa police, then the CBI could also take the handover of the Luthra brothers, keeping in mind that it could be Goa police, it could be CBI, or it could be other agency who is looking after the deportation as well. But as of now, the Ministry of External Affairs, the embassy, the agencies are all in touch with the Thai officials to bring back the Luthra brothers back to India. Remember that here also at the immigration center yesterday in Phuket, they were questioned by the immigration police about their motto, about their purpose of arrival, their documents were scanned, and also in fact Luthra brothers accepted the fact that yes, there was a fire in one of the club that they own, but they kept on denying the fact that they fled the country. But the manner in which they fled, it was quite evident that they were aware so as to what was happening and they were trying to take a shelter. But all eyes on the deportation process, keeping you updated is the only channel NDTV reporting from ground. Now we'll also be reporting from Bangkok so as to get you all the updates from ground zero. This is Tejshri for NDTV from Thailand.
And let's listen in to Mr. Ujjwal Nikam. Remember, he has handled such cases in the past. He's a Rajya Sabha MP, but also a very well-known advocate.
Rajya Sabha MP Ujjwal Nikam is with me. Sir, the entire process has begun as far as the extradition of Luthra brothers are concerned. Do you think it will take time, and what's the process involved in it?
You see, I have attended the extradition proceeding in London so far as the extradition of Nadeem Saifi. And according to my experience, whenever two countries have an extradition treaty, then our investigating agency has to produce the entire evidence against the criminal fugitive in a foreign court. And the foreign court has to assess the evidence on the basis of their laws. This is something, I think, this is very strange position in the extradition law. And therefore, so far as Luthra brothers are concerned, Goa police have taken immediate steps to arrest Luthra brothers. And according to my knowledge, Luthra brothers have already been apprehended. Goa police have been already deployed to make inquiry. And we have an extradition treaty with the concerned country. And therefore, Goa police will require to produce the whole evidence before that.
So with the weekends coming in, do you think that it will more take 2-3 days time as far as Luthra brothers from Phuket to then Bangkok and then Bangkok to Delhi?
You see, it is very difficult to say at this juncture at what point of time Luthra brothers will be brought in India. But definitely, I am optimistic. Goa police will take some immediate steps to extradite it, and then it is for the foreign court to assess our evidence on the basis of their law. This is something strange provision.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That was Ujjwal Nikam, Rajya Sabha MP, speaking to it today.
And now moving on to the other angle that NDTV has been tracking, there is another critical layer emerging. An examination of corporate filings shows that the Luthra brothers are linked to a network of 42 companies. In a startling revelation, the main accused in the Goa nightclub fire are now under the spotlight for allegedly running a network of shell companies under the guise of a booming restaurant empire. Investigators are examining whether these entities represent legitimate operations. Corporate records have uncovered a network of 42 shell companies, raising concerns about their financial practices and the credibility of their business operations. In an unusual pattern flagged by investigators, most of these companies are registered to a single address in northwest Delhi. Akhil joining me live. Akhil, you have 42 companies, one address, multiple dormant entities. To shed light on what NDTV has learnt on this till now.
Well, Vedika, if you see, both the brothers have been associated with several companies. If you just talk about Saurabh Luthra, what we have seen that only Saurabh Luthra has been associated with approximately 24 different companies. And this is the information available with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs as well, in which what we have seen that Gaurav Luthra is also associated with 22 different companies. So right now, if you see, all those companies are under scanner as well, because there are several shell companies which are not functional. And some of the companies are located at one single location, which is in the northwest Delhi. So right now, on those angles also, we are learning that the Goa police team is looking at from the investigation part. But here you see, right now, a crucial meeting of the senior officials from the Goa police is still going on. Behind me, you can see the visual of Anjana police station, where senior officials, including Mr. R.K. Chaurasia, who is the IG level officer, IG rank officer, he's also present in this meeting. Apart from that, what we have seen that the DIG, Ms. Varsha Sharma, she's also present in this meeting. SP of the Goa North region, Mr. Harish Katkaikar, he is also present in that meeting right now. So it's very likely that what could be their next approach, what could be their next target in order to bring back both the brothers from Thailand. So a very crucial meeting going on behind me at this very police station right now.
Right, Akhil, we'll keep coming back to you for more. Crucial meeting on. We know that the Goa police may be bringing the Luthra brothers back. When that will happen, we of course will keep you posted on the day and date. Now another angle. A woman called Vaibhavi has come forward and filed an FIR against Romeo Lane staff, alleging that she and her family members were abused and assaulted at Romeo Lane. She says her brother was hit with an iron pole and a sister was pushed by the staff, after which she fell down a flight of stairs. The security allegedly chased the group the woman was a part of and even blocked their exit. NDTV has accessed the FIR that names Romeo Lane security staff as the accused in the case, calling the club's construction as suffocating. The woman has demanded that strict action be taken against the security staff of that club.
Exactly, what went on that day. You were physically abused, your entire family was physically abused. Somehow you guys managed to run away from there. And how congested was the restaurant?
Sir, the physical assault that happened with my family, I've spoken about it many a times, and I would like to say that it was ruthless. It was really bad. It was traumatic. I mean, my sister was going to get married 20 days later, and just imagine how much trauma she had to go through, seeing her younger brothers and sisters beaten up by the bouncers and the staff of Romeo Lane so ruthlessly, and there was no chance of apology from them. They were not apologetic at all. It was clearly visible in their eyes that whatever they are doing is their regular job. They do it with everyone, but not everyone has the courage to go ahead and complain about it, I guess. So, and the assault and everything that happened, it was life-threatening, because there were kids. They were 19-year-old. My brother was 19-year-old, and he was beaten up by a rod, and his glasses were broken. The glasses could have gone up into his eyes, and he could have lost his eyesight. And that, when I saw it, I got so scared that I pushed the bouncer back, and then he hit me, which was really shocking, because when he was hitting me, he was really sure of whatever he's doing.